Okay, Beshem Hashem Nasem Nastiach. Tonight is the what is the date again? Is Yud Zayin? Yes, it's 17th of Ab, Haba Alena de Toba. This shiur is dedicated for many causes, but one of the causes is my dear friend, should be a refuah shalema to him, Bijan Reuven ben Tuba Azizaga. And also refuah shalema for all the Chole Israel and the Ilui Nishmat that we mentioned, that is the your side, this Shabbat, Janet Bat Yosef Alayha Shalom, and also Ilui Nishmat Reuven ben Rabbi, Reuven ben Rabbi Alayha Shalom. Okay, and also Yehoshua ben Binyamin ben Yehoshua Alayha Shalom. Okay, now we're going to talk about Inyane Achila from a wonderful sefer, Shemirat Hanefesh, written by Aharon Zakai, Shlita. So over here he explains that when we want to eat and drink, we need to make sure that it would be a mitzvah, would not become an issur, right? Because every time that you eat, you have this opportunity to eat like a mensch, like a person that is a righteous person, that he's uplifting all that mundane to ruchniot, to spiritual, right? So how do you do that? Says Aharon Zakai Shlita, right? Otherwise, a man that eats could be worse than an animal, right? There are certain animals that they don't overeat, right? They say by dog, whatever you give to dog would eat. Dog would overeat. But once I heard turtles, they don't overeat. They know exactly how much they need.
There's no room to grow.
Right?
The stomach can't expand.
So it's unbelievable. Hashem has put in animals that at certain time they stop, or they have certain rules of eating. But a man could eat and overeat and could do all sorts of improper things while eating, right? So that's why one needs to know what is the proper way of eating. Reshit, sarich lechaven ba'achilato sheyeh. So a person needs to have in mind that when he's eating, this will help him to sustain him to be healthy, right? And to become chazak, to become strong. Not to have the muscles, not to just have protein. They go get protein powder and then they go gym, right? 1, 2, 3, 6, whatever it is, right? To build the muscles, right? No. In order to build yourself to become strong, to be Oved Hashem, to serve Hashem, to pray, to have good children, to get married, right? To become healthy, right? To teach Lord Torah. So that should be the focus, says Harav Zakai Shlita. Right? As it says, Gomen Nafsho Ish Chasid. Right? That he does a chesed to himself. The person who is a righteous person, De'ahinu levarer lehosi leor kol nisusei kedusha. And when you have food, all that sparks of holiness that went to food, when you have the right kavanah, would be released and would go back to its source. Right? If there's a gilgul neshama, would go back to its source. You say beracha with kavanah, you complete that gilgul that is in it, right? The reincarnation of the neshama, the soul, right? So that applies with any food that you eat or drink. Right?
That's like a mitzvah to help these gilgulim.
100%. It's a mitzvah to release this gilgulim, and I tell you something more than that. If a person is negligent, if a person is not careful to say beracha with kavanah, to focus while he's eating, he just eats for the sake of eating, or he drinks for the sake of drinking, thirst or just hunger, or he just enjoys it, then what will happen is that after 120 years, all the sparks of holiness, all the nisusei kedusha, and all the nishamot that were in the food and drinks that he had, will come in the heavenly court, and they will prosecute him. They will say in the heavenly court that this person had the opportunity to release us, to make us go back to our source, and didn't. And because of this, then Hashem had to send us back again to this world, the neshama, right? That was reincarnated in the fish, in the rice, right? That's why the Mekubalim, including Harav Eliyahu and Nishalit, are very careful not to waste food, right? So when Harav says Kedush, if a little bit of grape juice would fall into the plate, you would not give it alone, right? You would take the spoon, or as he did it many times, he said, "Do you have a straw?" "Yes." Please bring a straw, and then would drink little bit of.
Because that's part of the soul of.
It could be a neshama in one drop of it.
Wow.
Right? It's a nisuzei kedusha, and not only that, it's a waste.
Wow.
Right? Waste pieces of rice. Right? This, that. Don't waste it. Have the right kavanah.
What if your
Right.
kids don't finish the food and you can't eat it because they eat it?
I always eat my kids' food, and I tell you, it's so delicious.
The kids can sore throat.
I don't know. For me, I love it. I love it. Well, you could keep it for them later. You could refrigerate it, put it back, keep it for them, give it back to them. Obviously, make sure that it doesn't come dirty, whatever is clean. Right?
So it's like the after the kamocha, like the bulim.
Oh, that's a good point.
That's what it is. I'm saying.
Obviously, we need to care for every Yehudi.
What is he asking? I don't know.
Is he asking, would you fulfill, I love your neighbor as yourself?
Oh, when you're helping the Gilgulim to
Yes.
go together.
I was trying to figure out where is this mitzvah coming from?
Definitely it's a chesed.
Or it's chesed, that's one.
It's chesed, definitely chesed. Maybe it's chesed shel emet. They don't thank you.
What about the nitzutei kedusha? What, like,
I mean, Arizal said.
I don't know what exactly what it is, but Nisusei Kedusha is part of creation. That they need to go back to its source. One of the reasons that Yehudim are scattered over in different parts of the world is that because we need to release all the sparks of holiness that went in all over the world after Adam HaRishon did the Chet. And there is more to that. That's not the scope of this shiur. Yeah. So, and also, Asher Shabu Beshiruehem Im HaKorbanot, that when you have the right kavanah, it says in Sefer Reshet Chochmah, right kavanah of Achilah would be as equivalent as bringing a korban, as bringing a sacrifice. Right? With the bracha, your table becomes like mizbeach. Right? That's why one of the reasons we always put salt on the table is on mizbeach there was salt. So too we want to have salt. Also another reason that is salt, because salt removes the samech mems, the impure spirits. Don't want them around. Right? That's why on Pesach night, when we learn this together, right? When you go checking for chametz, you put some salt, right? In the bowl or whatever plate that you're taking to put the chametz inside, right? Then ubilbad sheikaben
We didn't know at the time that. I don't think we knew this. Why we put salt.
Maybe afterwards I found
Now
out.
we know. Well, I know now. So that's
I
why.
think Chida Alav Shalom refers to that, or Ba'ala ben Yishchai Alav Shalom. Ubilbad sheikaben nibol l'shem shamayim, that have your intention for the sake of heavens, you eating, right? Right? V'tahor yadayim, and your hands need to be clean. V'sarich lashevet b'chavod al-shulchan, and you need to be seated with respect, right? With respect. And v'yeda, and there's a story. It says, what is the respect? What do you need to do? You need to bow down to the table? No, chas v'shalom. you need to dress properly. That's why Rabbani, right, or Eliezer ben David alav shalom, had a special robe that he wore, right, for a meal, right, and always bring your hat. If you don't have your hat, right, for 3 things we need to have the majority of our head covered. One is for Shemoneh Esther, one for Shema, and another is for Birkat Hamazon, right? If you're saying Birkat Hamazon, a bigger kippah. You're not saying Birkat Hamazon, you're saying Bracha, bring a kippah, have your head covered, right? When you wanna, right? So there is a story that brings here from Rabbi Israel Najjar, and we end with this. Rabbi Israel Najjar, alav shalom, lived in the time of Arizal. That he had a very good voice, and he would sing by the table with a very good voice, so much. He has such a good voice that the angels would come to him, would come listen to him. Right? Malachei Hasharet, Lishmuat Kolo. Where are you? Right? And at one point it was warm, so he pulled his sleeve up. Right? And he was by the table eating and singing. Right? وَقَوْلْ مِنَ الشَّمَائِنِ خْرِيز. A heavenly voice, back all. Heavenly voice came, made an announcement. بِرْخُوا لَخَيْمْ مِعَسَلْ هَيِشْ هَزَه شَمَمَعَتْ بِخَبُرْ شَمَائِنِ. Referring to the angels, leave. Angels, leave from this man. He has denigrated. He has decreased the honor of Hashem by pulling just the sleeve up. Imagine if a person sits by shorts, right, and eating bread or saying bracha, it's not proper. Or some people come with shorts to say tefillah Shemoneh Esther. Obviously, it's better than not praying, but cover yourself. It's not respect, right? Would you go to the president like that? Obviously not, right? Now it says so all the angels they left. Why? Because this rabbi, this famous rabbi, didn't pull his sleeve up. שמעט בכבוד שמיים, שאינו יושב בכבוד על שולחן אשר לפני השם. That he was not sitting, he's not sitting with respect, right, by Hashem, by the table of Hashem. Right? So immediately they listened, they left. ואריזל, right, היה רואה מביתו, Ali HaKadosh, he was seeing all this commotion by his home, right? Et HaMareh HaGadol Hazeh, this whole commotion, all of a sudden the angels left. Vegila Zot LeRabbi Israel Najjar, and he went to Rabbi Israel Najjar, alav shalom, Arizal, alav shalom, told him, you know why they left? You had all these angels. You know why they left? Because you uncovered your arm. Right? You pull your sleeve up. Sleeves up. And he became very sorry. Rav Najjar. And then he fixed himself. He sat again with kavod. He pulled the sleeves down. Right? And he started singing again. This is a good end to the story. וחזרו מלאכי השרת להתחפש כבתחילה. פלא יועץ על הפאפה עליו השלום brings this story, and afterwards the angels came back again. So this is just a story for us with a profound lesson. That Be'ezrat Hashem, when we enjoy food or drink, and when we say the bracha, right, bracha rishona, acharona, for the duration also, we need to sit down, we need to follow the halacha, it needs to be with respect, there is a lot of more to this. Baruch Adonai L'olam, amen v'amen. Okay. So now we're going to say Tikkun Chasod.